We did 2024 about to end. Not before this country, when they ask the man, what thing he don't do for it. He talk say, what thing they don't do now be say, they don't manufacture machine where they produce kilishi.
But to be candid with you, we are making progress. For now, we have developed a technology to optimize kilishi production.
What you are telling us is just you are telling us stories. Is that the success story you are going to tell us?
Now for this country now. Nothing when they never promised Nigerians. Nothing. Anyone will enter like this, go find one thing where you go promise us. Before this present administration enter, then they shout for Jonathan. How can Jonathan take Naira to 145? See, what we want is 1 Naira to $1. Now the mantra where Buhari take enter. Now the campaign where he take enter. How can he take fuel from this so Naira to 65? What we want is fuel to come down. Buhari enter fuel run. Dollar run. Now this one enter Koto saying a renewed hope. Renewed hope. I got the thing. You get what we tell you, say we get hope in Buhari. We ain't got no hope on him. Because okay, let's pretend as if we had hope. Let's see what will happen. He met Naira at 600, 700 Naira. Today, they 1,006. The budget of 2025 now, they resolve at balancing Naira at 1,500 per dollar. Renewed hope. They go use promise scatter you. Before they come out, you know, be where you day, you go there again. I tire.
That. Thank you, bro. You know, he's one of the guys who always use his own comedy to pass message. Even if you have to laugh, at the same time, you may also have to cry and say, man. So what is it that they haven't promised Nigerians? And how many times have you been, you know, verbally attacked, especially online or even offline, whenever you raise any concern or question about what they are promising people? How many times have you been verbally attacked? How many times? I get attacked all the time. I am called a pessimist or a pessimistic person. They say that I am a doubting Thomas. I am somebody who doesn't wish Nigeria well. As if to say that my wish or not wish, that is making Nigeria of APC, Egbekegbe, go this way. So they are so lucky. All right. But take a look at this. Remember this young man that they kidnapped 2 days ago? He is called the Seaking. I'll put his picture on the screen. I think you remember him now, right? See, his name is Ogunsanwo Olumide John. He is the guy who called out the police, called out Tinubu, as well as Sanwo-Iku in Lagos. Now, he has been released on bail. But let me tell you the story. This, on the right part, okay, on the left, is Inibehe, the Aluta lawyer that is standing, you know, for him. You know the story that happened today. After he was kidnapped by the police for insulting Tinubu, insulting Sanwo-Iku, insulting Igbetokun, IG of police. Guess what they charged him for, Baba? They charged that young man for treason. Did you know that treason is punishable by death? That's what they charged him for. cyberbullying, treasonable felony. This is how much they have made mockery of the Nigerian judiciary. And they are doing all of this because the intention is to pass down fear among the people. So that when you hear that somebody is being tried for treason, if he's found guilty, they will kill him. Here you get, you will want to run away and say, me, I cannot talk. Oh, I don't want to be killed. Oh. This is how much. And they do not have any intention of trying anybody for treason per se. Oh. They just want to keep you in prison for as long as possible so that they can use you as reference points to others who might want to stand up and criticize them. Yeah? So they charged him for cyberbullying, count 2, count 1. You get? That people should throw stones at the police officers who stops and demand to check their phones. Thereby, you have committed an offense contrary to and punishable under section of the criminal law of Lagos State. So they took him to a magistrate court. At that magistrate court, let me now tell you the drama that took place. While his lawyers who are representing him pro bono, while they are looking for him in the courtrooms, the Nigerian police, they kept him in a private car downstairs at the back of the court while they were looking for a means of obtaining, a custody, like, to put him in jail. Sure, you get that, put him in prison. Meanwhile, the charges that they presented, luckily for Inibehe and co, they have grasped which courtroom it was supposed to be. So when they appear in that courtroom, right? So what the police did was that they didn't present him. So by not presenting him, that would have forced the magistrate court, to possibly just throw out the case enough and say, well, they will have to refile it. And in that process, they can take him back and lock him up for the rest of the year. But luckily, man, should I use the word luckily? Because the judiciary in this instance, that particular magistrate court judge in Lagos demanded to see him. And it was now on his lawyers to go and look for wherever he is. So finally they found him in a private car where they hide somewhere. Police, so you brought somebody to court, you didn't take him to the courtroom. But you went upstairs there to go and argue that he's a flight risk, he's a danger to the society, and he has to remain in custody, and his bail application must be denied. So orally, the judge granted his bail, as long as his lawyers can produce him anytime his case comes up. That was how they rescued this boy from this Nigerian criminal police already moving mad. That's how he got rescued. And by oral application, right, he was released to his lawyers. Right now in Nigeria, the police, the political class, and mostly everything that has to do with APC, Ebekebe, is to criminalize free speech. And at the same time, use their court. And there are willing judges in all these their courts, willing to do this their bidding. You see, if to say the Nigerian judiciary is not in bed with this murderous regime in Nigeria, majority of the abuse of power that we are witnessing today could have been nipped in the bud. It could have been buried and killed at different courts. And by so doing, it will be difficult for them to keep repeating it like they have been doing. Sure, you get what I mean? Like you kidnap somebody now, you take them to court, and the court says, this is nonsense. My friend, here is your bail. Go home. Yeah? And you get them to the point that they are unable to actually lock anybody up using the court on flimsy, trumped up charges. Imagine how much of true democracy you will be experiencing in that place, and how much these power-drunk rogues would have been tamed it won't be this, it won't be this, useless set of, what do you call it, legal system you have in that place, where what you say can be criminalized, and they just have to kind of find some frivolous charges, and a judge is going to be there and say, yeah, lock him up until we determine if he should be given bail or not. So you can say whatever you like. Yeah, I can say whatever I like, as long as I'm not inciting or I have not carried out any, physical attack on anybody. I can say whatever I like. I can curse you. I can abuse you. I can say whatever I like. So if you don't like that, well, you don't arrest me. You sue me. That's what you do. It's a civil case. It should be. And most of that don't even, first hearing or first sitting, such cases will be thrown out and say, you call courts because somebody abused you. But the political class are doing this so that majority of you, that they know that you are dissatisfied, you are angry, you are upset with the system. So to cut you short and make sure that they cut your tongues, gag you, is to pick random people like this and put them in jail so that they can use them as reference points. So you are saying, you better watch your mouth or else we'll lock you up and throw the keys away. Ochono, a comrade, has something to say about that, because to some, they believe that this whole thing is getting to that stage whereby by the time the Kasala will burst, as much as some people don't believe that, okay? Some people will say, oh, Benny, nothing they happen, John. Now some people they talk. When the Nigeria is going to react? Every day we hear that one day. But there are people who believe that the whole thing is already bottled up. The bottled up anger, suppressed or compressed anger. The day the bottle go drop and burst, you probably will be like, oh, is this happening? Is this actually happening? But listen to this, comrade.
Yeah, guys, I believe we've all been seeing what is happening in the country for the past many days. The arrest of Dele Farotimi, Olamide, and several others. And now this Sky King or something, this guy that is always, speaking up against the excesses of the government on TikTok. What they are trying to do is to make sure that every, dissenting voice, every voice that is speaking against, their oppression and everything, that these voices are cut down. And they tested this water few months ago or thereabout, when I think the House of Rep attempted to pass a bill that anybody that insults the president or any government official or insult any religious leader, that there will be a capital punishment or something like that for that person. So they tested that water, people resisted online and they dropped that bill. So what they are doing now is testing the water again, arresting these people, for, just mere words on the internet, just speaking up. In the case of Olamide, she was oppressed and she said a prayer for our oppressors. Who wouldn't do that? What do they think people say to them, or pray? What kind of prayer do they expect that people pray for them in the street every day? So, but these people, they are testing waters. Olamide, this guy, something is not really the target. The target is the entire Nigeria. Is to make it legal that you cannot speak against, your leaders, or you cannot speak against the government or religious leaders. That is what they are trying to do. So the target now are not these people that are really being arrested now. They are just testing the water, see how, we process this. And I want to call on the Nigerian people that we should not accept this at all. That we should not let this slide. We must all come together and speak against this oppression, because this is not democracy. This is not democracy at all. We've already known for a while now that the democracy, for a long time, that the democracy that we have is nonsense. But where these people are moving to right now does not look like any form of democracy at all. This is a dictatorship regime, and we have to speak up. We have to stand as one. We have to look beyond anything and stand as one to resist this oppression that is being thrown at the Nigerian people. Otherwise, it might not be you today, it might not be me today, but soon, and every Nigerian, when we were saying these things that let's put boots on the ground and resist, these are policies that are being thrown, this starvation, this hunger, this inflation and everything. Many people didn't want to do that. They prefer ranting online. And I remember, when my leader, my electoral, said that whether you fight online, whether you put your boots on ground or anything, if they want to come for you, they will come for you. And these ways are coming to pass. So if you think you're an influencer, you just want to talk online, you just want to tweet, they will still come for you. Because oppressors are oppressors, and oppressors don't want people speaking against them in any form. And the best way to resist oppression is social revolution, meaning that the oppressed, they have to unite to say no to these oppressors. So it is time for us as Nigerians, especially the youth, we owe it to ourselves that we resist this oppression. The youth of Nigeria, every form of oppression.
We still have to use the online. We still have to use the social media to rally people around, enlighten the people, educate them, mobilize them. Yes. But except we add the boots on ground, like it's suggested, then almost nothing can be achieved. People are hungry. People don't even have the energy, the strength to challenge these guys. You notice that people are going through what they have never been through before. And as we speak, it is always the survival of the fittest. And once in a while, when they spark, they damn all consequences. Take a look at this. This is between a frustrated Nigerian driver versus the FRSC guys. Watch this.
Sir, you know this. What are you saying now? No, sir. Are you seeing it?
You are pushing an officer. You are pushing an officer.
Do you know me?
You want to beat me?
You don't know me and I'm talking like this. You want to beat me? What is your problem? What's your problem? They don't do this job. What is your problem? You are beating me, Abi.
Why are you beating me? Why are you beating me?
Why are you beating me?
You don't know who I am.
Get out! I'm asking you, did anybody touch you? Okay, man, I don't want you to fight. I don't want you people to fight. You know what it's working?
Jesus. Why are you beating me? Yes, see my hand. See me.
See blood.
See blood. See me. Yeah. See me.
Your father.
See blood. See blood.
See me.
See blood.
Yeah.
Hey, leave him. Don't beat 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 him. You want an officer.
You want an officer?
You want an officer.
See me. Yeah.
You want an officer.
See me. Yeah, see the way you wound me.
Take me to the hospital, please.
Let me take him to hospital. Jesus.
And this is not funny. That is what bottled up frustration. That's what it looks like. A young man was sporting, a young man was sporting a camouflage. And then just about 4 police officers bounced him somewhere in Benin as well. Watch this.
I'm not supposed to ask them what happened. Because then we are this thing. They don't give me a call. I know some are done. I said you go. Chairman leave the house, come back to you.
It's called Botudanga. And that is how people feel towards those who are government officials in that place. They will damn our consequences. They can't think straight. They cannot process, what do you call it, a situation the same way normal people would. And before you know it, the whole rage will link up, add up. And you see, when the whole place will go up in smoke, a lot of you will now believe that, or you probably will be thinking that, are people mad? Or more people are mad? People are crazy? Yes. It is what Nigeria will do to you. And a lot of people will, they won't think straight. They can't think straight. You know, around that time, some of you will probably be saying that violence doesn't solve everything. Well, that is what it's going to lead into. When people have been subjected to some level of oppression, they never seen before one, right? Where people's mental health has been messed up. When they will spark, and then you go no say, crazy people. No, they too get crazy. I mean, they know they get case, so, by the time the dust will settle or the smoke will die down, then the body goes surplus in that contraption. Yesterday, I shared with us the family who lost their loved ones because he was arrested. I like using word kidnapped, abduction, like it was abducted by the Nigerian police. Somebody hired them to help get this young man because he was holding that person. So the one that invited the police was being owed 220,000 naira. So the police went on and they abducted the debtor. And within hours, they beat him to death. So the family cried out yesterday. And that same yesterday, surprisingly, in Kwara State, Igbetokun was there. I don't know why he was there. Maybe, I don't know. It was Shaz. He was there to see the family in Kwara. And briefly, I'll show you.
ìbànújẹ́ nìkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ló jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa bó ṣe dùn yín.
tó wá dùn mọ́ wa jù ní pé àtọ̀rọ̀ ilé yìí o balógun ní tẹ̀ ní pé àwọn bá rẹ̀ yìí wá látàbújá àkọọ́lẹ̀.
So that's the Olori Pombele illegitimate police IG. Do you know why I call him illegitimate? That Igbetokun. He was supposed to have been retired as far back as September last year. Tinubu extended his time indefinitely. Yeah. Tinubu extended his tenure, which is illegal. And whatever he is doing, as we speak, is completely illegal. Somebody is illegally occupying the position of the police IG in Nigeria as we speak. Well, Tinubu is occupying the same position illegally too. Unfortunately, they are all illegitimate. So he was there to sympathize, supposedly, with the family of the deceased. I haven't seen any news report that those police officers have been arrested. Have you? I haven't seen one. I'm talking about arrest. No, that's a different ballgame. Talking about an arrest, right? This guy, you know, our content creator, police PRO for Delta State, Bright, still Bright. Yeah, he's got something new for us. This is a different one again, of people caught in the usual criminal den of that contraption. The line of questioning, the crimes committed, and the criminals all in one, right? Watch this.